बैक इन 2022 मर्सिडीज ने अपनी फ्लैगशिप इलेक्ट्रिक सेडान EQS भारत में लॉन्च की थी, बट नाउ इन 2024 दिस राइट हियर इट लुक्स द सेम, बट दिस इज द लेटेस्ट वर्जन ऑफ द EQS 580। इसमें कुछ AI के एडिशंस हुए हैं। जी हाँ, अब AI गाड़ी के अंदर आ चुका है एंड मर्सिडीज इज प्राउड टू इंट्रोड्यूस इट्स न्यू MBUX infotainment system for the rear passengers, for the front passengers, and there are a lot of new things जो cabin, जो इसके प्रीमियमनेस को, इसके कंफर्ट फैक्टर को बढ़ाती हैं। एंड बाय द एंड ऑफ दिस वीडियो यू विल गेट टू नो ईच एंड एवरी डिटेल अबाउट इट। नमस्कार, मेरा नाम है तेजिन और आप देख रहे हैं 91 व्हील्स। अब डिज़ाइन की बात करें, गाड़ी सेम है, कुछ भी चेंजेस नहीं हुए हैं। नेवरदलेस EQS जो है वो सड़क पे अलग से दिखती है। द रोड प्रेजेंस ऑफ दिस सुपर सलून इज डेफिनेटली समथिंग टू लुक आउट फॉर। एट द फ्रंट डिजाइन यू हैव दिस वेरी ब्यूटिफुली डिजाइन नोज विद दिस कवर्ड ग्रिल। यू हैव दिस कनेक्टेड LED DRL राइट ओवर हेयर और आपको डिजिटल LED लाइट्स मिलती हैं विच आर ट्रेडमार्क्ड बाय मर्सिडीज। नाउ दिस कार is the only production car in the world that has the lowest aero coefficient of 0.2 CD. Yes, that means the range of this car, the performance of this car is at par with the rivals, maybe best in segment. Side profile again same है. You get this 20-inch very beautiful looking alloy wheels. आपको इस पे पिरेली की रबर मिलती है which aids in aerodynamic abilities of this car. However, from the side profile the car is still the same. You get the pop type handlebars for the doors and at the rear you have the massive 610 liters of boot space which can be accessed by a simple gesture control through your legs just in case आपके दोनों हाथों में सामान है। Now the only major difference on this new model is on the interiors of it. The cabin experience has now enhanced a lot. Let's get inside and I'll show you what's new. Once you get inside the EQS 580 cabin, this is similar to the outgoing model. बल्कि पुराना मॉडल और इसमें कोई डिफरेंस है ही नहीं, अपार्ट फ्रॉम द फैक्ट दैट द MBUX सिस्टम इज नाउ अपडेटेड विद द लेटेस्ट AI इंटीग्रेशन। However, you get this very light arctic white shade of soft touch leather. There are wooden inserts which again match the center console and on the door pads, making it more premium and plush. The cabin of the EQS, it has been one of the most luxurious places to be inside. I've always loved it, and with the latest update, new interactions on the hyperscreen, which is 56 inches by the way in terms of connectivity, it makes the overall ambience and the experience at the front seats super duper nice. तो updated infotainment कुछ ऐसा दिखता है। थोड़ा सा सेम सिमिलर लेआउट आपको मिलेगा, बट व्हेन यू सी द एजेस ऑफ द स्क्रीन अ बिट फेडेड आउट नाउ एंड दिस इज AI इंटीग्रेटेड विच मीन्स आपको 3D मैप्स जो पहले भी मिलते थे, दीज आर नाउ मोर स्मार्ट. This AI integration, it works on how you drive, the amount and type of comfort features that you use, and it is a self learning technology जो अपने आप लर्न करती है और आपके डेली यूजेज के बेसिस पे हर कंफर्ट क्रिएचर फीचर को अकॉर्डिंगली एडजस्ट करती है, सो दैट आप जब गाड़ी में आए तो वो सारी चीज़ें आपको ऑलरेडी जो है अवेलेबल मिले. Home screen, this is how it looks like now, and in this home screen you'll see this new Mercedes EQ. This gives you the whole idea of the battery, kitni bachi hai, what is the maximum range, and what is the type of charge that you want. You can switch on the eco charge which will limit the maximum charging to 80% only. Then range कितनी है, and just in case if you want to extend the range, climate control features या फिर interior के features को आप switch off करके एंड इंक्रीज कर सकते हैं अपनी रेंज को. सिमिलरली कंजप्शन आप रीड कर सकते हैं टाइम पीरियड के अकॉर्डिंगली, प्रीवियस 30 मिनट्स में हाउ मच यू हैव कंज्यूम्ड, हाउ यू हैव ड्रिवन. एंड नॉट जस्ट दैट, ऑन द होम स्क्रीन you can access to a lot of new features. For example, driver camera which is switched on right now, then the phones which are connected, and by the way, acquired data package, what this is, it is meant for the rear seat experience. I'll just tell you about it in a few seconds, and this is how you can synchronize your phones and everything from here. You can operate a lot of features. Also, you get an info डिस्प्ले, ये पहले भी आता था गाड़ी में, बट अब इसकी जो ग्राफिक्स हैं वो इम्प्रूवाइज हो गए हैं, एंड ऑल्सो अ लॉट ऑफ न्यू डेटा इज इंक्लूडेड ऑन इट. सो ऑन द गो यू कैन सी द जी फोर्सेज एक्टिंग, कितना ब्रेक्स आप यूज कर रहे हैं, हाउ मच एक्सेलरेटर यू आर यूजिंग, एंड दिस ऑल्सो कीप्स ऑन चेंजिंग on the drive mode selected. Now this is also a key feature of EQS. There are these 4 drive modes. Eco means economy, then the comfort mode जिसमें by default the car gets switched on, and then you have the sports mode which makes it very fast, and an individual mode जिसे आप personalize कर सकते हैं as per your driving preferences. Climate control is again, it's all operated for the front seats and the rear seats by touch. You can operate the second row seats, the climate, and in fact you can also operate the massaging features on the EQS, which makes it class apart in terms of comfort. When you are seated and going for those long highway journeys, the massage features, they make the journey a lot more relaxing. So all in all, the integration of these new features also include OTT platform, which the passenger can surf on the go through their individual screen right over here, and then you have the rear seat entertainment package as well, making the new MBUX a lot more fun to use. And I think this is going to be loved by the new customers a lot. Very interactive, super easy to learn, and super easy to live with, helps you a lot during driving. Now the most of the time which the EQS owners are going to spend is at the rear bench, and now you get this individual infotainment system for each of the rear passengers behind the front seats. Pretty large screen, again very easy to operate, but the key highlight of this is that all of the features that the front seat gives to the front passengers, the rear passengers can also operate those. Again, you have the Mercedes EQ right over here, but at the rear seat, what you are going to use it for maximum time, you want to get relaxed on the journey, and then you can serve a lot of things on the go. Mind you, this is not connected right now, but once you get connected, you can surf a lot of OTT platforms including YouTube, and also if you want to operate the rear seats as per your preferences, like if you want to change the seat position, you can change. These also have memory settings. Seat climate control को भी आप set कर सकते हैं according to your preference. The rear bench is ventilated as well as heated. Ambient lighting again on the go आप change कर सकते हैं during the night drive. It gives a lot of soothing experience. Adaptive rear lighting है. अगर आप reading lamp on कर रहे हैं, एक side के passenger के ऊपर light focus होगी and the second passenger will not be affected. So overall very interactive, feels a lot premium than the older model, and yes, it gives you a lot of satisfaction in terms of the pricing at which this car is available. And apart from this brilliant individual entertainment package, the rear bench of the EQS, ये आपको इतना spoil कर देगा कि आपका मन नहीं करेगा इस गाड़ी से उतरने का. And why so? Because इस गाड़ी में ना सिर्फ स्पेस की कोई कमी नहीं है, बट यू हैव दिस वेरी ब्रिलियंटली लेड आउट पैनोरामिक सनरूफ. काफ़ी सारे फीचर्स जो हैं आप रियर सीट के लिए यू कैन कंट्रोल फ्रॉम दिस पैनल राइट ओवर हेयर. दिस हैज़ द ऑप्शन टू कंट्रोल द सनरूफ एज वेल. रीडिंग लैम्प्स, ये आप यहाँ पर अपने अकॉर्डिंगली यूज कर सकते हैं. ऑल ऑफ दीज आर न्यूमेटिक टच, बट द की हाईलाइट फॉर द रियर पैसेंजर्स इज दिस सेंटर आर्मरेस्ट. इट इज़ नॉट जस्ट ह्यूज, बट यू हैव दिस डेडिकेटेड टैब जिसे आप यूज कर सकते हैं ऑन द गो. एंड व्हाट इट डज इज, जो सेम आपको इंफोटेनमेंट पैनल ऑप्शंस प्रोवाइड कर रहा था वो यहाँ से आप ऑपरेट कर सकते हैं. जस्ट इन केस यू डू नॉट वांट टू रीच आउट योर हैंड टू द स्क्रीन, यू हैव दिस वेरी ब्यूटीफुल स्मॉल सॉर्ट ऑफ टच पैनल, crisp, easy to use. All of the features are connected, no lag, and it definitely makes the rear seat experience of the EQS very, very premium. I love this light color shade. This is going to be a lot of work to keep it clean, but I think the EQS owners, they always have ample of hands to help them around. However, is there any negative on the cabin? Due to the sloping roof design, जो coupe design इस गाड़ी में aerodynamics increase करने के लिए दिया गया है, the headroom is something which tall passengers might not love a lot, because at this price point you also have the option to go for the regular S-Class with the petrol engine option, and that car offers you a lot better headroom right over here. But again, electric super saloon with the performance of a supercar and the premium luxuriness of the S-Class, I think no other model can compete with the EQS.
Now in terms of driving, इस गाड़ी में कोई major change नहीं हुआ है, but how does it actually feel to drive? Being an EQS, most of the customers will prefer the rear seat experience and it will be mostly driven by chauffeurs. लेकिन अगर इस गाड़ी को आप खुद चलाना चाहते हैं, the experience is just amazing. Obviously, this is the flagship EV model from Mercedes India and it has to be very special in every sense. First of all, it gets a very big 107.8 kilowatt hour battery pack. 857 kilometers ARAI claimed is the range that this car actually delivers, and believe me, अगर आप इस गाड़ी को as you wish जैसे भी चलाते हैं, apart from the fact कि आप इसे floor down नहीं कर रहे हैं for most of the time, it can actually deliver more than 800 kilometers of range in real world. और steering experience की बात करें तो this is a very long car, और अगर आप सिटी में इसे चला रहे हैं, you need good maneuverability, and with the active rear wheel steering assist, the turning radius of EQS is very short for city drives. आप easily इसे sharp U-turns पे U-turn ले सकते हैं, इस गाड़ी को easily park कर सकते हैं tight spaces में, and it helps a lot during day-to-day driving. Apart from that, the key highlight again is its stupendous suspension setup. This car has air suspension and it has been tuned in such a brilliant manner that most of the time you feel like being seated in a yacht. गाड़ी sail करती है despite of the fact कि underneath the tires किस तरीके का tarmac cross हो रहा है. On the undulations, even on high speeds, flyover joints and potholes, everything is covered by this superb suspension. There is no nose dive, तो आपको lack of confidence feel नहीं होता है because of that. However, the 4-disc brakes, they have been tuned for a comfortable driving experience. There is nothing to complain about, but the power of this car, 0 to 100 comes under 5 seconds. You need very sharp brakes. We have driven the EQS 53 AMG last year, and that car had better brake bite in the sports mode. The EQS 580, well, it feels a bit short in terms of sharp braking, especially in the sports mode, but overall you will not have something to complain about. This is a very sedate car to drive and enjoy. In terms of noise insulation, everything has been cocooned very well. Once you get inside the cabin, आप दरवाजे बंद कर लेते हैं, बाहर की स्पेस से आप डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाते हैं. There is very less amount of noise traveling on the inside of the car, and it actually makes you feel very comfortable and relaxed. And last but not the least, अगर आप इस गाड़ी को फास्ट भी ड्राइव करना चाहते हैं, you have, as I said, 4 different driving modes. Sports mode is the one to go for. A lot of torque available on the tap, and once you tap the car, you can see you can feel this thing. A lot of neck pushing, and yes, this car can actually amaze passengers who have not been inside a very powerful EV. All in all, the EQS, it feels special in every tiny bit. The only thing that I miss is the headroom. I wish it could have been better, but then again, at this price point, do I have something to complain about? Well, not much.
So at rupees 1.62 crores ex-showroom, is it a worth buy? Well, the EQS by far is the most comfortable sedan available in terms of EV format from Mercedes. It has almost everything that can justify its price tag. Also the long range, it can make you shift from the regular S-Class to this car. However, the low ground clearance, which despite of the fact it has the active height assist, doesn't offer a lot of practicality on everyday use, and also it has now started to feel a bit outdated because the rivals like BMW, they have updated their latest long saloons in the EV format. However, you tell us in the comments, what do you think about the EQS 580 2024 update, especially the new MBUX and the AI integration inside it. I'll meet you again very soon. Until then, please keep watching 91 Wheels and always drive safe.